Hello everyone, it's Tactical here today again with Random Redneck, and as always it's time for our little podcast about talking about trucks and just more trucks. We really don't have any content. We're kind of boring to talk to. Anyway, say hi Redneck.
What's up?
Yeah, well I'm boring to talk to. Redneck's pretty cool.
I wouldn't. I ain't got no story.
Hey buddy, you don't have to have a story to tell one. Anyways, so I guess again today we're just going to talk about quarry equipment, I guess. Just quarries in general. A little scenery, I guess, yeah. So, just wanted to let y'all know we are trying to do this every here and there, and of course we're not going to keep it as consistent as always, but you know, if we upload it, well, I guess that's a pretty good day for us, and I hope y'all enjoy it, because I enjoy doing it myself, and I hope it brings someone else joy. So, anyways, without further ado, let's talk about some crap. One of the biggest things that I see a lot, and it's not just in quarries, but it's in mines, is like, it's just use of old equipment. And of course I'm not saying that this old equipment is bad, but I'm saying, you know, you got a couple $1 million businesses that are running these mines and quarries, but you can't stay a little updated. I mean, we're talking like, I've seen mines and a couple of quarries with like equipment from the 80s, and that's like a good 30 years ago, 40 now. Well, for the 80, but you get the point. Yeah. One thing I just never understood is just why you would use something like that. It requires more maintenance, because when something's older, it's obviously going to need a lot more maintenance, and you know, you're going to have to replace a bunch of parts, you're going to have to fix a bunch of crap, you're just going to have more stuff that's like wearing away and junk like that. Like, after a certain amount of time, you're going to have to start, you know, replacing a bunch of stuff. Your serpentine belt is liable to break off anytime during that point. You know? Thoughts, Redneck? I mean, of course, we are a little understanding that, you know, sometimes you can't actually afford it, but, you know, I think I'd rather buy a 2013 model car than use a 70 model that needs more repair and crap.
I don't know, man. I mean, yeah, I do like a reliable car, but I'm an old school guy.
Yeah, I'm saying this, of course.
As in, I like my old cars, even if they're like pieces of crap, rusted out, and whatever else.
I'm saying this with respect to the fact that these are old pieces
of equipment.
I
get what you're saying. I get what you're saying, but like, yeah.
Yeah, because, I mean, who doesn't like an old piece of equipment? They're just beautiful. They tell a story. They're just old and interesting, and they just got like, they've got this awesomeness behind them, because
they have a soul.
Yeah, and and what I'm just trying to point out is just, you know, of course, keep it, give it to someone who's actually gonna like just use it for like a collection or something. Like, I know that a 777 from way back is not exactly going to be the world's grandest at keeping in a garage, but
yeah, not going to be the best thing in the world, but
yeah, number one, that 777 is going to pretty much just sit and get the carburetor. If it's back then, I'm pretty sure it'd be a carburetor. If you filled her with that ethanol gasoline, she's going to clog up, because that gas starting to form back in corn. You know, that's one of the weirdest things ever. It's just, if you let ethanol fuel sit for long enough, it tries to turn back into corn. We learned that with a motorcycle I have up in Kentucky, and the carburetor was clogged, so we had to take it up to someone to unclog it. It is an old '02 Shadow Honda, or Honda Shadow. But yeah, for those of you who don't know, ethanol is made of corn, and it's gasoline, and of course it's going to have a bunch of chemicals and actual gas in it. It's going to be like a percentage, of course. But if you let it sit for too long in like a carburetor or something, I mean, even in your fuel rails, it's going to try to turn back into corn. And of course, I don't know how that works. If it's just like a chemical reaction or something. Of course, I'm not known to be the brightest at that type of stuff, but it happens. Yeah, but of course, number one, that. And number two, it's going to be a really big garage for that 777.
Oh yeah, man.
You think?
You know it.
You know, they actually made a new 777 that's kind of deceiving. The 2020 model is, it looks small, like you know that 772G that we were talking about?
Just a cool little thing.
Yeah, the tiny little itty bitty hauler.
It's funny.
No, we call it tiny. You know, the thing
Tiny.
can probably haul like 50 ton.
Yeah.
But anyways,
But
the
big truck standard.
well, yeah, it looks tiny, and for a hauler like its class, it is tiny. Well, the
Yeah.
thing about the
Compared to
777,
other things on
I think it's a little bit. It looks more like that Hallmax
I mean,
that
yeah.
they make over in Australia. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why they wouldn't make it over in America, but you do
Well,
you.
I think Australia. I don't really know.
What, imports their vehicles?
I don't know. I just feel like I don't know. Yeah, Australia seems to have a lot like bigger things. Like for example, they're freaking like massive road trains.
Road trains.
Yeah, they no, like some of them could consist of like freaking like 6 trailers.
Oh yeah, I guess that's true. I thought you were going to talk about like the mine equipment, but I'd start saying that's because Australia is one of the biggest countries for producing coal.
Oh yeah.
Well, I find ironic. That's one of their best industries, and they're saying that by, 2030, they're going to be coal-free.
That would not be.
Not like they're done out of coal, but they're going to try to stop mining and using it.
Ah.
Of course, communism looks upon with favor of this, but the private industry looks upon this and says, "Hey, screw you."
Yeah.
Yeah, you know how it is, but yeah, that's why their equipment's huge and they don't really use the tiny little itty bitty stuff. I mean, heck, that's
Yeah,
why
I
they made
get
the
it.
freaking Hallmax. The Hallmax does have a fifth wheel, but I mean, the thing's used for the giant low boys. You know, like the
Yeah.
low boys that you would never expect to be used anywhere but freaking mine.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one-purpose
Yeah.
low boys is into haul the bed of the 778 all the way over to the mine. Not 778, 798 over to the mine, and then to be parked in the garage and rest away.
Alright.
That type of
Yeah.
I mean, of course, it gets the job done, but now the point is like their equipment's massive, but you got to think about this. Of course, with all equipment, you're going to lose something. Like, obviously, you're going to be losing a lot of like coal out of these buckets whenever you're lifting them up. Because I'm pretty sure if you're using a 798, you got to have a 994K or a 993 around to lift the crap up.
Oh yeah.
And still, then they hardly reach it. That's
Hey, you're not gonna buy a huge dump truck and then use a freaking mini excavator to freaking fill it up.
I bet you anything, someone tried to load it with a 972.
That's funny. I like
Yeah. Someone tries to load it with a 300.2G. You know that? You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, I know.
Tell you what, you'd have to use a bunch of them things to get up in there in the first place. Take
Oh,
that
yeah.
free air to load it halfway full. Non-stop.
Excellent.
Jeez.
Oh my god.
Imagine doing that. Good lord, what a waste of fuel and time.
No.
But, the point is, you know, how, just every loader loses a little bit of the material every time it dumps. I'm saying this because, I mean, you got to think about it with these giant loaders is that they usually, kind of lose a little bit either on the way over because they load it to the top, or they just lose it because they're I don't think they have enough brain cells to look over the other side and figure out that half of your bucket's off the truck. Of course, I mean, we do have scrapers to push them back, but then you mix in the dirt, and you don't always get the material back.
Well, then you're just like, using more power. Like, you just don't like. If you loaded it, what am I trying to say? If you did it correctly, then you wouldn't have to install the extra fuel and use the other machinery.
Exactly.
So yeah, I mean, it's easy to clean it up and stuff, but it's just like if you can do it right so easily, and then you frick it up. Well, I don't know. I've never operated one where I've had to like dump into like a dump truck or anything, so I don't know. But
yeah.
I would assume it's pretty simple. I don't know.
Yeah. Of course, I want to reiterate. Well, I don't think I ever iterated it in the first place. To anybody who actually watched this that might be a miner or has relatives of being that are with mining or just running quarry equipment, we are just kicking a little fun. Of course, we wouldn't know the struggles or anything like that because we're just
we're completely idiots, basically.
Yeah.
Complete.
Yeah, like the complete package idiot, like 2 brain cells.
Yeah, like
yeah.
Like, it's surprising how we're even, like, alive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, crap, what was I saying?
Yeah, what else?
Oh, I was saying something. Yeah.
Or 2 brain cell idiots.
That too, but, Caterpillar, they do these demonstrations at mine cons or mine expos every year. They just make it look so dang easy. And I mean, they'll use all kinds of crap to showcase everything. Caterpillar has their own mines running. And, on top of that, they use it as a free demo every time someone comes to MineCon.
That's good.
Wait, not MineCon, Mine Expo. I think they use Mine Expo because someone tried to use MineCon. Minecraft, I think, used MineCon.
Yeah.
They use MineCon Earth now, so I don't know how you'd go about that, but I'm pretty sure it's Mine Expo either way. Excuse me. But the point is that Caterpillar owns like a bunch of different little areas where they just run a bunch of equipment and just test everything. They even got like these little places where they just play around with the crap. And I mean, it's just, it's amazing. You have to think about how much money they are using on this crap though, because you gotta... personally, I think, that's pretty dank. You're making money off of selling equipment, and you're making money off of running the mines, so, pretty dank. I mean, it does get you more jobs in, like, certain little areas, and that's pretty cool, but, I mean, it's, these large corporations, and, I mean, like, mining and, equipment manufacturing type of crap like that, you usually think, well, they're going to make it. They're going to have people who actually do this crap, like, in their real time. But, other than that, of course, I wouldn't really expect them to have it. Caterpillar kind of raises the bar and says, screw you, we have it.
Exactly.
They're thinking, man, because not only are they making money from selling their crap, they're making money from using their crap.
Yeah, they're literally mining. They own their own mine. That's amazing.
They're like Bing in Google, except Caterpillar is Bing, but they're using their own crap. course, they say caterpillars bang as in like is individual. It's pretty good, man. I tell you, if you get on there, it is pretty good. Of course, the search suggestions are ridiculous, but I guess that's kind of halfway why it's kind of funny. But good Lord, I got this cough. Don't worry, I don't have the coronavirus though. But the thing is, it's just Caterpillar kind of thinks like a kind of a middle class person. They think, well, you see, I could be doing this mainly, but on the side, I can be doing this. That's kind of how it works for a couple of American households, and I remember that I used to do that. My parents used to do that. My dad had a agency, rental agency called Lamac, and yeah, I mean, it worked, man. You had that main thing to do, and then you had that little side thing where you could take like 5-10 minutes out of your day and go check on everything, make sure everything's running good and smooth, and you don't have to do anything else or just schedule appointments and type crap like that. And of course, you could always get back to your main job. And what I'm trying to point at is that you're making money on the side. So, to Caterpillar, you genius sons of guns. All I gotta say. Just for that, you get a special yee-yee. There we go. Alright, let's, yeah. Let's move on a little bit to, what else? What else is there like, we got?
I think. What do we got?
My stupidity highly outranks my, my knowledge of trucks and crap like that highly outranks my stupidity.
Yes.
Actually, a little bit of story time real quick, since we do it every podcast.
Did you know
that actually, when I was a kid, like a teenager almost, so anyways, I played this game, which most of you might know, Car Mechanic Simulator 2018. I want to just say real quick before I continue any further, we're not sponsoring anybody, not doing any partnerships, nothing like that. I don't own any of the things that I talk about unless I say, I made it or something. Of course, I don't own any of these entities that we talk about, like equipment and crap like that. Don't have nothing to do with them, just like talking about it because they're fun to talk about. They're kind of cool. But pushing forward, I used to play Car Mechanic Simulator 2018, and so I just learned how to work on cars pretty much from that. I mean, of course, I only worked on a couple of cars since I played it, and it was mostly brake calipers and crap like that. But actually, a couple of my family members, and just a couple of people randomly, I heard my grandfather saying there was something about the rear of a GMCC 1000. We had a dump truck. We still have it now. I mean, we do a couple of jobs with it from the 80s. And the point is that he said there's something about it in the back squeaking, like just sounded rough and squeaky, and it was a little bit of a bumpy ride. So I said, let's take her for a spin, and we rode around a little bit and took a haul with her. And I said, I'll bet you anything it's some bushings. So we looked back there, and you said, well, it sure was. We got to go order new bushings. And so I did something along the lines of guess what was wrong with the vehicle for a couple of different vehicles. And let's just say it worked. I think my aunt came to me asking.
That's a boring mechanic, my guy.
Yeah. I think my aunt came to me asking one day what that weird noise was in her car, and it was just a fuel pump. So that was a strong sounding fuel pump. I think it was on its last legs. Don't know why it'd sound that weird and not just freaking go out or something, but I'll take it for what you will. But of course, I'm not going to try to endanger my luck streak and say, I'm the best. I know what I'm talking about, because I do not. I pretty much guessed every time.
Oh my god, dude.
Yeah, that was a mess. Anything you want to talk about in particular, Redneck? I know I've been stealing a little bit of the spotlight from you. Well, a good chunk of it, actually.
No, I like listening.
Yeah.
More of a listening guy for you.
Yeah, I guess that works too. Let's see what else. Four-wheelers. Let's talk about that a little bit, and then we'll get back onto the main topic for the last few minutes. Four-wheelers. For those of you who might not know, or those people who think that four-wheelers is spelled F-O-U-R, well, four-wheeler, F-O-R-E, a four-wheeler is a all-terrain vehicle. Pretty much a quad, as some might call it. I usually refer to quads as in the racing ATVs and UTVs, but well, not UTVs, the racing ATVs and side-by-sides. But I don't really refer to my four-wheeler as an ATV or a quad. I just sounds weird, sounds stupid. I call my quadcopter drone a quad. That's a quad.
Yeah.
I mean,
I always thought people that I've seen people call dirt bikes quads as well, like a quad bike. That's just, I don't know.
Did they graduate the first grade?
Like, I would never. Like, I'd cringe so much if I ever said that.
The last time I checked, quad means
Dude,
four.
why you come riding a quad bike? Like, you sound like such a freaking. Well, no offense if you're saying it, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, I know.
It's just me. I just think it's weird.
I'm trying to find the definition of four to make sure I'm not an idiot. Four. Oh, Google, you moron. Google's spelling it four, as in the number four-wheeler. And it's got a space. And its main picture of an all-terrain vehicle is a snowmobile. Which actually doesn't look too bad. That's a pretty nice looking snowmobile.
That's an all-terrain vehicle. I do not think of a snowblower. Well, no, snow machine. I'm an idiot.
Yeah. What on God's earth is that?
It's not my first thought.
Yeah, look here. What on God's earth is that?
What the frick? Dude, what am I looking at?
They're calling that a four-wheeler. Well, I mean an all-terrain. What on earth?
What the? It doesn't even have a name, so I can't. What is that?
I don't know, man.
Military.
Oh, it's a military. Okay. I'd start saying, why does it look like that?
What the frick?
I mean, of course, I'm not gonna go like, ooh, military. Never mind. It's all great. I love it. But you know, just what the frick? You got someone riding in the back? Buddy, have them riding in the front. Just have them like, well, I'm not sure how much I like that, because someone could just easily get shot like that. I mean, of course you can get shot from all sides, but I didn't know we're trying to look a little bit like stormtroopers on one of them little bikes now, but you do you, I guess. That.
Oh, like I say, man, like, yeah, man, it's freaking weird.
That, my friends, is what we call in Soviet Russia. I don't really know anything in Russian other than Bliet and Suka.
I just make random noises and pass it off as Russian.
You probably just said the full sentence in Russian. I don't mean to be rude to those of you Russians.
No offense to my Russian friends out there, yeah, Russian friends.
Здравствуйте, comrades. Bye-bye. But,
I'm not trying to be complete nerd, I mean,
yeah.
Kind of trying to, well, no.
We got respect for Russians here, even though they are, a couple are...
BG, don't say what you're gonna say.
What? No, I'm just saying, some are not too popular with the U.S., you know?
No, I'm kidding, man. You're good.
Yeah, it's hard to say. What the frick could I say wrong with someone saying, like, you know, they don't like the U.S.? A lot of people don't like the U.S.
Yeah, like most of the world.
Heck, I came around to Britain, a Canadian, and I had to tell them to shut the frick up when they said something bad about the U.S.
The best country.
Of course, the Canadian was a little
no.
bit taller than me, and the British guy was a little bit extra taller than him, but I don't know. I think I was the strongest in the class anyway, so either way I win. Actually, I'm pretty sure I cut the records, but the point is, I have a four-wheeler in Kentucky, and I, you know, just every here and there I like to tinker around with it because, you know, it's just fun to screw around with, you know. I feel like it's fun to mess with. It's pretty much my second mode of transportation because you can get a ATV permit up where I'm from. You can just drive on the streets or drive up the highway or something. I mean, we really don't care.
My dad goes on a four-wheeling trip every year, and they're just allowed to ride on the roads to get from place. They don't even load up on their trailers or nothing. It's just like, it's great.
Yeah, we don't either. We got a mountain behind the house. It's pretty much like a mountainous road, and the speed limit's 35. I can push her in fifth gear up to 35 just as long as I don't hit nothing too fast. She won't backfire.
Yeah, we got one of ours. My dad did a wheelie on it once. It was pretty cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
We just see a bunch of people ride by the house and they do wheelies all the time. We just say they're gonna get killed. They are. I mean, you do one or two.
I mean, yeah, they're playing dangerous game.
Yeah, but the thing is, they're just doing it all the time. You know, they're pushing their luck a little extra.
At arches.
Yeah. But the point is, I don't know why I keep saying that, but so
the point is,
yeah.
No, I'm not trying to make money, man.
Nah, you're fine.
Yeah.
Anyways, I just tinker around and look fool with it a little bit. You know, it's just fun because I mean I don't really have much to do anyways. Sit there other than just do stupid crap like mess with that. So sometimes I just go out and, you know, I might add like a little light to it or something, or work on the battery, not work on the battery, but try to disconnect the battery and charge it up a little bit and see how to charge it, because I still haven't mastered how to charge it, because there's a certain angle for some reason that I got to put the clamps on. I don't know why that would work, because usually you just stick the freaking clamp on. You know, the alligator clamps on the battery. So
I know.
Charge, because it just goes out every here and there. And yeah, if I don't do that, then I gotta hand start it, and that sucks.
Yeah, a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Houston's having a freaking issue right here.
Huh?
Yeah.
So actually, a couple of years ago, I went out and bought a light because I was with my grandma, my other grandma. We went up to the town over. If you think about it, the town that I'm in, like Mayberry, we pretty much went up to Mount Pilot. And, yeah, I'm just going to refer to it as where I'm from, Mayberry. Yeah, that'll work. And the other place, just in Mount Pilot. So we went to Mount Pilot one day. Ooh, I like that. And so we went up to the Walmart. We just went around and she told me, you know, you got some money, or if you need any help buying something, just tell me. She just kind of took my leash off and let me go fool around because she had to go get a couple of things. And I mean, my grandparents are pretty cool with letting me just screw around. If I got the money, I can get it. But I went over to the ATV section, or the automotive section, because I had been thinking about getting myself an official upgrade, like not one of these duct tape type things for the four-wheeler. So I went over and I found this.
Lights on it. There you go.
Yeah, but I went out and bought one of these bright lumen LED lights that goes in the grill or something. And so I went out and bought it. I bought the adapter kit, which I thank the good Lord that I thought to buy the adapter, because it would have never connected if I had not. Of course, I don't know why you'd sell it like that, because that's gonna deceive a lot of people and make a lot of people unhappy. I went out and bought it, and I bought that one particularly because I wanted it to go on the grill. Because I didn't need like one of these ones that goes on the top of your truck. Because you know it's a freaking 4-wheeler I'm sticking this thing on, not a 3-inch lift Silverado. But so I went out and got it. My grandfather on the other side of the family, when I brought it over to him, he said, well, let's look around and see where to put it. And I don't know why it took us an entire day to work on it, but it did, and it was great bonding time, of course. But you know, I just don't think he'd ever really worked with electrical equipment like that before.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, but we figured it out, so we got down to the grind of it and everything. We ended up putting it in the grill, like I said, and it came with one of these fancy little switches. And that's what we had the main issue with, was we had to drill a hole in it. And I said, if we got to drill a hole, we could just rethink this and just put it on some other day. But he was more than happy to help me.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. But I just went out and I thought, I got to get a brighter light for this thing. Because whenever I'm out riding at night, I do have these, but they don't go up the street, and they'll go like about a quarter of the block. And, of course, idiots don't look quarter of the block down whenever they're driving at night. There had actually been a couple of incidents where they had their lights on, but their lights were about as bright as mine. So I just really wanted something for like when I'm out riding at night.
Yeah.
But the thing is like we finally got it on, and I was pretty happy. It was super bright, and it even turned on when we didn't have the engine running, so I like that real good.
That's cool.
Wears the battery down a little bit every here and there.
But yeah.
I'm glad I got it, because I use it even to this day. Sometimes I just turn on for kicks and mess with the local police, because it gets in their eyes a little bit. I mean, of course, we're good friends, because I know them, they know us, because Grandma got them new cop cars a couple of years ago because she's over like a foundation that gives money to the governments down there. They got new Chargers. Yeah, they got Chargers with they got the Federal Signal Polos in the back of their Chargers, man. Let me tell you, they're cool.
That's nice.
Whalen Slim Lighters in the front.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure they had 700s in the rear windows. Rear passenger windows. And of course, none of them have light bars, but they're ghosts.
Oh wow, that's cool.
Yeah, it is. They even got a RAM for them, and let me tell you, that thing has got a Federal Signal Master in the upper window. Man, I saw it running down the road one day, running code 3, and that thing was bright and flashy. I'm
sure, like, oh my god.
Like, words can't describe how much flashing was going on. Like, if you imagine it, and sound, it'd be like... you'll see it. I'll just turn on push to talk, because that obviously works. This is an interesting way to relay them. I mean, this obviously is an interesting way to relay the message that I'm trying to get across, but I kind of feel like it needs to be spread. If you think about it, like, if you think about the flashing, like in sound-wise, it sounded a little something like...
Oh my.
That fast. Yeah. Yeah, that fast, but, oh, that sounds stupid. But... yeah, it was pretty bright and pretty quick. I told my grandma, because we was driving back from Hardee's, which, let me just tell you, Hardee's is one of the greatest businesses ever. We were driving back from Hardee's because we went out late at night to get ourselves some milkshakes, because we used to do that every here and there.
Hardee's great.
But we went out, and so he had ran up the road code 3 for some reason behind one of the Chargers, and I was like, man, that thing drives! I might be wrong, but it's got either a Hemi or a Cummins engine.
Oh, Cummins in it?
No, it had a Hemi. My bad. No, it had a Hemi. Still it does. It's got a Hemi, man. I mean, I was pretty sure they didn't make them for Rams. It's a 2500.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm pretty sure it's a Hemi. Hemi.
Hemi.
Hemi Ram. Yeah, they're making. I figured.
I think it's only the Daytona.
The Daytona?
Yeah, it's like the racing version of it's just a racing version
No,
of the Ram.
I know what the Daytona is, but are you sure they don't make them for the Ram too?
They might. I don't know.
They might make it for the 1500.
It makes sense if they made them for the Ram. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, for like the 1500, but for the 2500, I mean, why would you need it? It's made for towing.
Throw a diesel in there.
Yeah. You need either a Cat 615 ISX or not ISX. You need either a Cat 615 or a Cummins ISX.
Exactly.
Somebody correct me if I'm wrong, I swear. But yeah. But back to one more little bit about Quarry equipment. It's that you just. I think this pretty much should just be like the ending note because we are getting a little bit up in time. But just ending note pretty much here is quarries are some pretty interesting places if you think about it the right way. Now, as you can see on the screen, or if you can, you're just listening to it. Hi, sucker! But if you're just watching here, you'll see like this quarry right here. They're just beautiful places if you look around. Now, of course, some of you might think, look at all the stuff that's been destroyed. There could be like trees there, grass, or something like that. Well, to that I say, there could be, but if you look at it the right way, it looks pristine to me. Now, to some of you might think, oh my lord, he wants to kill the environment. Which, you're not halfway wrong. Now, before anyone goes insane on me, sometimes I get mad at the environment because either I get stung by bees or the wind tries to screw me over by slamming my door.
Yes, I hate that.
Yeah, I mean, they are minor inconveniences, but they won't be minor in the long run.
They annoy me.
Yeah. But,
therefore, they're a problem of mine.
yeah, and of course we can't shoot the wind, or just get rid of it in general. But, yeah.
Start war against the wind, boys.
Yeah.
The next World War. World War Wind.
Yeah, but if you look at it, I find beauty in quarries and mountains and stuff. I know that those are like two separate things, but they just look cool. I mean, you gotta look at it. Right? You look at a quarry bright and beautiful in the morning, and it's just you see the equipment running around.
Yep.
If you're looking at it at a distance too, you just get all the mountain in with it. It's like getting yourself a scoop of ice cream. You get that nice little blend of actual flavor. Then you get a little bit of the chocolate, a little bit of the fudge, you get a little bit of the caramel, a couple sprinkles, you get that cherry on top. But what's that? That cherry doesn't have a stem in it, you got yourself a perfect bite right there. It's a perfect bite from just like a distance, and you see the trees and, the mountains around the quarry. And you can
it's cool.
Exactly.
Really
it's just amazing. You got to think about it. It's God's earth. And this is pretty much how we've adapted to it. We're making things work. God gave it to us, and he pretty much said, just take care of it like it's your temple. I mean, of course, we haven't done perfectly with that, but I mean, he pretty much set Earth down here for us to thrive, and just live. And this is one way of doing it, man. I mean, it's getting done. I just find absolute sheer beauty in mines and quarries. It's just why, I don't know. I'm the same guy who likes sniffing gasoline for fun, but yeah.
You and me both.
Yeah. Well, we got 2 brain cells left to share between us.
That's probably about all that you can do.
Yeah. Anyways, thank you, anyone, for listening or watching, or however you prefer your viewing pleasure. Of course, if you watch this on a Roku, then you've got some problems going on in your life. But If you watch this, on your phone, your tablet, your computer, your Tor browser, so go ahead and think about subscribing and liking. Of course, I'm not one of those edgy YouTubers that says, go ahead and like and subscribe, because if you don't, your mom's scared. You're going to have bad luck for 420 years.
We don't. This will be in your room. Good night. Ah!
Or, of course, if someone threatens you with James Charles kissing you if you don't like and subscribe, you better tap those as quick as you can. Of course, there are certain things. But, yeah, if you like content like this, we obviously put it out every here and there we can. So I think you ought to just go ahead and think about it. And turn on some notifications, why don't you?
Hey, man.
It's down there, might as well click it. You'll get to hear about our new content whenever we come out with stupid crap like this again.
Hey, if you want to listen to one brain celled idiots talk about stuff, then you're in the right place.
Of course, I won't monetize any of these podcasts because I don't believe in ads in like these good videos.
Yeah,
Plus, I don't need money.
I hate ads with a passion, I really do.
Yeah,
but
it sucks. Maybe some sponsorships if I ever get bigger.
Channel two ads in one. I hate those with the most.
Oh yeah. You may. But yeah, thanks for watching. If any of y'all got any ideas for content, I'm all ears because we're trying to go over everything once over. Yeah. So pretty much, if you like content like this, like I said, think about subscribing. I think we put out pretty good content. We got a little music playing in the background, a little country over here and there, some bluegrass, and redneck here just to keep the background sound going. I'm messing with you, redneck.
Somewhat important.
But yeah, thank y'all for watching. If you got to this point, and of course, if you didn't, and somehow, for God forbid, you got down here by some weird reason, well, yeah. I'd grab some heat-proof equipment, because where you're going, you're going to need it. But thanks for watching, y'all. I hope y'all have a great day, and just go make someone else's day during this quarantine, because I know it's a little bit rough.
Hey, y'all have a very nice day.
You hear? I'll give a little southern ending, too. Here we go. Let me just crack my knuckles real quick in a minute.
I figured it.
I ain't done it in a couple of years. Here we go. Y'all take care now.
Yeah.